fact that people are saying, oh yeah, when you're finals MVP, you are now the best player on the planet, to me, that makes no sense whatsoever. I don't care if it's a week, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? LeBron James. That's who y'all gotta start appreciating. And you gotta stop disrespecting this man. Said it once, I'll say it again. The least selfish player in the history of basketball leads in the most selfish statistical category. That is not just my GOAT, not just your GOAT. He is the GOAT. I will not, there's no debate. There's no conversation to be had. It's just the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Prideful Takes podcast. It is your boy Pride, back at it again with the man, the myth, the legend. He's almost perfect. Almost. The only reason why he's not is because he's a Cowboys fan. But aside from that, he is your role model. John Rivers, a.k.a. the man I call Unc. Unc, what it do, baby?
Man, it's all great, man. How everything been with you?
Shoot, tiring, exhausting. I worked 70 hours this week, and I can't look at myself in the mirror. Yeah, I was like, I'm exhausted, dog. I'm exhausted. They had me coming in early. And I already go in early, but they had me coming in early talking about, yeah, come on, you're going to need to do more. I'm like, yo, this check ain't fat, bro. We're going to have a conversation.
That's right.
We're going to have to sit down. But oh, we got a packed show. Obviously, the elephant in the room, Damian Lillard, that old trade. We will talk about that, I promise. But first, we got to talk about my team. By the way, we're 4-0, by the way. I think we were talking about this. As long as Colorado scored against Oregon, I called that a win.
That's right.
And they did. Don't give me this foolishness that it was in the fourth quarter, less than 3 minutes left. Don't tell me that. Okay? Yeah. We scored. All right. So we 4-0 in my eyes. You feel me? I'm chilling right now. We still undefeated. Why we not ranked is ridiculous. You feel me?
It is.
Lord, man, that was just brutal. But here's the question I posed to you. The game is going on right now. USC's in the red zone. They're up 14-0. I lied, 21-0. What a time to be alive. Is there any way Colorado, because it's still the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. No, I lied. It's the beginning of the second.
It's in the second now, yeah.
Yeah, my fault. It is the beginning of the second, meaning the first play that was ran in the second.
That's right.
You think Colorado can come back?
No.
I love the honesty.
No,
I love the honesty.
But I just want them to score. At least they can score. See, there's nothing wrong with what's taking place. What's taking place is what's supposed to take place due to the talent that they have. But you got to give a big credit to the staff that's working with what they got to be 3-1 right now. After this, they got Arizona State.
Yep.
Wait, I mean, I understand that Utah didn't have their starting quarterback the other night, but it still gives you hope when it's time for them to play them. So, I mean, this is fine. I mean, I still got to get 7 games this year. They may get 8. They may go 8-4. Who knows? But I mean, everything is how it's supposed to be. I mean, look at the O-line. If you got a chance to see when Caleb Williams had threw the 71-yarder, I mean, there was no pressure whatsoever. So I mean, it is what it is, and Deion know what he has right now, you know. And them guys are playing as hard as they could possibly play. But next year is going to be totally different. And the year after that is going to be different. Everything is in time, man. I mean, this thing if he still had the same squad from last year. Yeah, I think if he just inherited that right now. So, I mean, look, man. Hey, man, they're doing great. They're playing against a juggernaut, like I said last week, about Oregon. Why is anyone surprised? Like, I really spoke to people who were really surprised that they got beat 42-7. Like, what you surprised?
Honestly, I told you last week, I was just more surprised that the offense looked horrible. Like, if you told me Oregon, I was like, okay, look, Oregon is probably going to win. I said it was more likely that Oregon would beat Colorado than it was USC. I'm sounding like a boo-boo the fool. But this is the second week, and I understand the whole issue with the defense that they're playing against. But it's not just that in terms of Colorado offensively, like on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know, man. It's just like I think the 3-0 really got to them. And now they're playing extremely sloppy. Like every week, You see what I'm saying? Every single week, they get less and less and less disciplined, which kind of puts them in the situation where, like, for example, how many times in Oregon, we saw a few times, Colorado had a big play, and it almost seemed like, oh, okay, hold on. They might have a little bit of life left.
Yeah.
And then the play got taken back because someone was holding on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Or defensively, somebody was in the field and it was passing. Like, we saw that, in my opinion, far too many times.
That's right.
And outside of the first two games, they've been straight up, they've been just a very sloppy team. And not just with the penalties, in terms of the execution. Now I'm looking at Shedeur, looking at guys. I don't know if they're running the wrong plays or something, but he's looking at them not confused, but like, am I tripping or something? Like, matter of fact, I think it was like the third or fourth play in this game. Shedeur took the snap. He's looking to the right side of his field, and everyone ran left.
Yeah.
And he's looking, and then all of a sudden you kind of see him look there, and he's kind of like, he's looking back, and he's like, okay, whatever, I'll go with it, whatever. But you see him kind of confused, and it's all of a sudden like, this has kind of been happening. And for me, it's like, man, dog, like, again, we already talked about it last week. They're already an undersized football team. Right?
Already.
They're in terms of size, they're a very small team. So their tactic is going to be speed kills. That's what's supposed to be their tactic. When you're giving up that much size, you want to rely on this speed kills philosophy, you got to be technically sound. You cannot put yourself in a situation where you get one big play and it gets called back. You can't put yourself in a situation where your quarterback is looking at the right side of the field and everyone's running left. Again, I don't know whose that was. Maybe Shedeur had a little mind lapse and thought it was a different play they called. Maybe the receivers were miscommunicating. It's something. But it's real weird for Buddy be looking at his right side talking about, oh, yeah, I got some. Wait, what in the world? And then he's looking and then like, all right, whatever. And it's just, for me, it's like, again, listen, they're going to be over 500. They're for sure going to be over 500. No shot they're going to be under 500, right? So I'm good with that. My only concern forward, I understand there's going to be some changes that have to be made in terms of personnel.
Oh, yeah.
But you need to get bigger. You need to get bigger. And more specifically, you need to get bigger on your offensive and defensive line. If you want to have a small linebacker, okay, I kind of sort of understand that because Colorado doesn't really blitz that often.
That's right.
So if you want to have a fast linebacker for him to worry about coverage, okay, I'll take that walk with you. I'll go, okay, you know what? It makes sense. You wouldn't want a big guy to just run up the middle because you don't really do that. So, okay, fine. Whatever. That's fine. But your linebacker and your defensive end are the same size.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like your defensive tackle is the same size as your wide receiver. That's a problem. That is a problem because you already don't blitz. So it's not like you're consistently putting pressure on the opposing quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're doing that, right? And now you're even handicapping yourself even more because even when you send 3 or 4, like however you want to run it, you're still not getting to the quarterback because your guys just can't penetrate enough. Pause. So it's this weird situation where like I'm very interested to see what he's gonna do. Like I said, 8-4, I'm with you. 8-4, 9-3. I think that's a very good, ballpark for these guys. I'm with it.
I got them at 7-5. Just because I think it's a lot more teams, even though they may not be. It's like my cousin kept saying. My cousin was like, shoot, Colorado got a good chance because USC defense, it ain't that good. Well, the thing is that their defense may not be that good, but compared to Colorado defense, their defense is exceptional. You know what I'm saying? So it's
best defense in the league. Or in the best college football. Good run. Good run by Colorado. See, okay, so now you're seeing Colorado making some plays. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to call it. They're going to get in the red zone. Everyone's going to get hyped up. Going to be a flag. It's going to negate everything. Watch. You heard it here first. But
they missed the field goal already, too.
Right. So it's like But I will say this. I listen. If like I said, 7-5, 8-4, 9-3. I'm good with something like that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Listen, I'm very curious to see how Deion Sanders approaches for the season, because a lot of the guys who are here are not going to be there next year.
That's right.
And I'm not even talking about them going to the draft or anything like that. Deion is going to be looking at food. Remember what he did the first day he came here? Hell, some of y'all, pack your bags now, because I'm not coming alone. I'm bringing food. So pack your bags up, because some of y'all ain't finna be here. He's going to have this. I expect him to have that same exact conversation next year. He's going to be looking at some of the dudes, and he's going to be like, cool peoples, I rock with you, but I'm going to rock with you from a distance. You might want to take your talents elsewhere. You feel me? Man, I still think Colorado could win. Though.
Talking about this game right here?
Yeah, right here, right now. They're down 21-0, but I will say this. USC's defense is going to give Colorado opportunities. They're going to give Colorado opportunities. Case in point, right now, and we talked about this last year, right? Touchdown. Eat it! We just scored, We just scored.
Word.
We do this.
Okay, yeah.
We do this. We do this, man.
That's right.
Oh my God, I'm sweating already. I'm hot. Oh my God, I'm hot right now.
How it happened? Because I can't see nothing, man. I'm at work, so I can't see nothing.
So all right, so it was a beautiful dot Shador just threw. Beautiful dot. Took the snap, chilled in the pocket. What's Buddy's name? Hold on, I'll tell you right now because they about to hit it. Look at that beautiful pocket. A little bit of pressure. He kind of did a little throw, and Buddy broke that thing wide open. It looked like what, a 30, 35-yard touchdown?
Yeah.
Around there. It was beautiful. And remember how last week we were talking about how they struggle running the ball? What set that up? 2 beautiful runs. That got
30 yards.
Plus yards.
Yeah, I see you got a 30 yarder right there. Okay.
Yep. So, like, before that, it was 2 beautiful runs that set them up for it. I'm telling you, this defense, USC's defense is going to give them an opportunity.
Okay. Yeah.
Can they handle the opportunities and not choke? Because Shador already threw a pick. But guess what's gonna happen? He gonna throw 4 or 5 tutties. And we're gonna be here laughing at all you USC fans. Because when we win, we finna be up. When we win, we're top 10. Eat it. Nah, I'm a little too crazy. I'm a little too crazy. But I do think Colorado can bounce back. Not even gonna lie. Yeah. I really do. Because like I said, that defense, USC's defense, they're gonna give them an opportunity. And I will say this right now. If this upcoming, like, if Colorado can hold them to a 3-0, USC has this thing, and they dated them pre-Lincoln Riley. Every single time they get on a little roll for momentum, you do one series, and you can take USC's momentum like that without even trying. And that's all. That's good.
I just don't see Colorado defense just. I mean, and I could be completely wrong now out there. I just don't see them stepping up to allow Colorado to get back in. I mean, we never know what could happen. Anything can happen, but I don't know, man. I'm concerned about the secondary. I'm concerned about the linebackers, the defensive line. I'm not saying that the defensive line can't step up and get a play because, offensive line going to win some, defensive line going to win some. That's just the nature of the game. But as of right now, this stuff ain't looking good, man. And the fact that USC has 2 top flight wide receivers who can basically run any route, do whatever they want to do. I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's why the game is to be played. I mean, we could talk about who has better talent, this and that. I mean, we already know what that is, where that lies. But at the same time, the game still got to be played, and we're gonna get to it later. But that's what I love about the Dame trade. And I bring my cousin up because here's another one that I talk sports to. And his whole thing is, what about the defense? What about the defense? Defense this, defense that. I get it. And he don't like players moving around. He trapped in the 80s, man, when players just went to one team and stayed there their whole career. Just about yeah. He lost for real. I mean, he
lost for real.
Yeah, he lost for real. I'm saying when it comes, he knows sports go up and down now. Now he knows sport. He's a real live couch potato now. But At the same time, I told him, man, this is what it's all about. Because just because someone acquires someone, don't mean it's gonna work. We seen that with the Brooklyn Nets.
Right. You're right. That's a matter of fact, that's a beautiful setup.
Yeah, we seen it.
About it.
Yeah, we seen it with that. I mean, cause teams still got to make it work. And to me, that brings the best out of others because it's like, oh, y'all doing that. So you're gonna want to beat these teams. That's why people take it serious when they beat Golden State and they be so happy like they don't want a championship because they already know that's the bar. You know, you beat them, sure, okay, we can do something, but you still got to beat them in a 7-game series.
Yeah, you do. You're right.
You know, but that's different.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a beautiful segue because we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about all that stuff. We're gonna talk about that trade right now. It was a 3-team trade, and it was wild because it's one of those trades where I thought it was fake. Swear to God, I thought it was fake.
Oh, you did?
So I got home. I thought it was fake because everyone was like, hey, the people who were saying it were like the people who were like on Twitter will be like, oh yeah, Damian Lillard got traded. I just honestly thought it was fake.
Yeah.
I thought Damian Lillard wasn't going to be traded because he just was like, I'm going to Miami. It is what it is. And Miami doesn't have anything tantalizing. They have nothing. There's nothing Miami has that makes you want to go, oh, yeah, let me do. There's nothing. They have nothing. So it's like, I didn't think Miami had enough. And Portland was willing to kind of say whatever. That Portland started doing this thing. I read something earlier. And it was funny because Damian Lillard, if this is true, it's hilarious. But Damian Lillard supposedly went back to the owner and said, hey, look, if I can't go to Miami, I'm willing to come back to Portland. The owner was like, it's too late. You're already out of here. And I'm like, hey, oh, bless your heart, my boy. But here's how the trade went down. The Bucks received Damian Lillard from Portland. The Trailblazers receive DeAndre Ayton from the Suns, Toumani Camara from the Suns, Drew Holiday from the Bucks, a 2029 first-round pick from the Bucks, and 2 first-round pick swaps from the Bucks, 2028 and 2030. And the Suns received Grayson Allen from the Bucks, Keon Johnson from the Blazers, Nasir Little from the Blazers, and Yusuf Nurkic from the Blazers. We're going to obviously talk about each team and their ramifications. Yuki says, do you think there was some tampering involved with the Damian Lillard trade? I think there was some attempt from Miami. I really do. I think they tried to, but nothing could come to fruition because, well, Miami has nothing. So you can tamper the kingdom come. You can hit up Damian Lillard, be like, hey, yo, do this, do that. Like, Jimmy Butler can hit him up all he wants. But if you don't have anything, Portland can't really take you that serious.
I mean, what do we consider tampering, though?
Like, the team and the player hitting him up, talking about
I'm sure that happens all the time.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But my thing is, you can't, like, I personally can't really call it tampering until it happens. And then if you want to do it, me personally, I don't really care because if the guy tells you I only want to go to Miami and then he starts talking to Miami, that's not necessarily tampering because Buddy said, I want Miami. So it's not really like anyone's convincing him or whatever. Great Zach!
Caleb got sacked.
What you say about this defense? Oh, yeah. Get
Hold on. I said they can win some battles. I did say that. Don't play me like that, man.
I try to zoom on real quick. I try to go through that real quick and I'll let you have a rebuttal. I try to go real quick. Yo, I had no context, yo. And it's crazy. So this is one of the rare times they blitz. Got a sack. God bless them. But
that's what's up. That's cool.
Yeah. And then, by the way, real quick before we get into it, Yuki says, did you hear about the XFL and USFL merger? Do you think it's a possibility they'll merge with the NFL as well? No, I don't think so. But also, I don't want them to because you got to remember there are different, like when the NFL is done, that's when the USFL really starts to, well, I think they call themselves the NSFL, I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's like the National Spring Football League or something like that. They ended up changing the name as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because they come out in March, right? They start their season like in March.
Yes, So, they go through the springtime. So that's why I kind of hope they don't. I don't think they ever will. But I hope they I hope. And even if they do, just keep it in the springtime. Because I do like the fact that there's no NFL. Oh, I still have some football I can watch. You know what I mean? Like I have something I could watch. So I really, even if they do merge, I just hope they keep it the same. But let's talk about the Bucks first. The Bucks, they lose Drew Holiday.
That's right.
And that's really the only player they lost. Everything else that they gave up was picks. But in this situation, they're not really, especially with those picks later, they're not really worried about that at the moment. So in essence, they traded Damian Lillard for Drew Holiday in essence, right?
That's right.
I'm sorry, Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard.
That's right. I got you.
Call me if I'm crazy. This move does nothing for me.
Okay.
I still think Boston is the best team in the East. I think if anything, this move was made specifically for Miami because Giannis hasn't been able to get through Miami because Buddy cannot shoot worth a lick. And every single time he tries to shoot, or it's rare that he does, but when he does, he shows you he can't do it consistently enough. And that's a lot of the reasons why he can't beat Miami. If Giannis had something of a jump shot, I feel like it'll be different. But now you got a Damian Lillard who, in those clutch time situations, now you don't have to run a set play. Now you can tell Giannis legit go stand in the corner because we got someone who can actually take that shot. Now you are losing some defense, of course. I'm not gonna be a boo-boo the fool. That being said, you're gaining a lot of offense. You're gaining a guy in Damian Lillard who can drop 30 before he even wakes up. Like this dude is box office. He is showtime. This buddy is a bona fide scorer. Like he's a legitimate superstar in this league. But I do not think this puts them in the finals. They're probably in the Eastern Conference Finals. And you could say they're better than Milwaukee. They're better than the 76ers. They're better than Miami. They're better than the Knicks. But, I mean, weren't they already kind of better than them? Even though Milwaukee lost to Miami, no one outside of Miami fans are really saying that the Heat are better than the Bucks.
Nah, and you got to take in consideration that Giannis didn't play, 2 of those games, Well, you can say 2.5. You say 2.5 of those games because he got hurt. I don't know, man. Like I can see Milwaukee in the finals just as well as I can see Boston in the finals. Really, that's what I want for the Eastern Conference Finals, and then we'll really get to see who deserves to go to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Who really want to be there? So I don't see no one else messing with them. I don't see no one else out the East dealing with those two teams on the regular. I mean, we can go down the list. Like Miami lost too much, and they're too small.
Right.
Robin Lopez. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like they have nothing but just rebounders and rim protectors to a certain degree. People that can really play. Like you can get a ball to Robin, and he got a sweeping hook at least. I mean, like you got bodies to throw at Embiid. Bam is too small to even. I mean, he'll bang with him, but he's too small to go against all that, man. It's, and I ain't trying to play him like he 5'11", like my height or something, but it's just too much in the 7-game series. You know what I'm saying? Because like once he get in foul trouble, then what's left? That's if Milwaukee gonna play smart ball too. But that's projected in my mind coming out the East between Boston and Milwaukee. I mean, but I like the trade for what it's worth. I like it for Giannis. I like it for Chris Middleton, who's been hurt a lot, and they be needing him to be consistent. So that'll help him some that he ain't got so much on his plate. I would like to see what's up with that bench. I don't know too much about that bench, like scoring wise, like who's the sixth man come off the bench to score for him,
I could tell you right now their roster. So
okay, word, go ahead.
I mean, obviously, I think the starting 5 is probably going to end up being Dame at the 1. Probably put
I think Connaughton going to be at the 2.
You think Connaughton will be at the 2?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I think.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if you do that. I mean, I feel like you could also, if you want to play big, I think I would put Middleton at the 2.
And then Porter's at the
Giannis 3. At the 3. No, Giannis at the 3.
At the 3, okay.
Portis at the 4.
Okay.
Lopez at the 5. Because I feel like you could, you see what I'm saying? Like, because you got the potential to really play big, and you're still not sacrificing too much defensively. You know what I mean? Because
you can do that. I like that.
You see what I'm saying? So
I like that a whole lot.
I feel like they do got the potential to play that big, right? And then if you're talking,
but who's going to sacrifice? Is Bobby going to sacrifice what he could possibly get being a 6-man?
Well, I think so. I don't think Bobby has never really portrayed myself as a dude who cares about stuffing the stat sheets like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, man. I like that lineup.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think you can still keep Bobby coming off the bench. And if you don't want to, like, play that big, then I feel like that's when you can kind of still keep Dame at the 1. Then, like you said, you could put Pat Connaughton in at the 2, have Giannis at the 4. At the 3, you put Middleton. At the 5, you got Lopez. Yeah. So, I feel like it all really kind of depends. That, too. Also, remember, they got Malik Beasley.
That's right, yeah.
He can't give you a little something off the bench. Okay. So I feel like now their bench is going to be a little weak, right? Because after that, I mean, you'll have. So let's pretend they want to keep Bobby Portis as their 6-man, and it'll be Dame, Connaughton, Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez. Let's say that's their starting 5. You got Bobby Portis coming off the bench, and then Malik Beasley. Now the rest, your next best guy coming off the bench is probably going to be Jay Crowder.
Yeah, because they don't even have Javon Carter anymore. He went to Chicago, right? I think
he's gone.
Yeah, he went to Chicago.
Gone. So now you don't have him anymore. You don't have him anymore. So now it's kind of like now you're kind of entering, for a lack of a better word, the thick of it, because now most of your guards, most of them are youngsters. I'm talking about rookies or someone who only played in the league for a year or 2 type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Guys who they haven't really, they haven't really given you anything you can kind of hold on. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's kind of how I'm looking at Milwaukee. You're going to have to be very, very orientated in your starting 5. You're going to have to leave at least 3 starters in the game at all times.
That's right, yeah.
See what I'm saying? So that's kind of where it becomes that's at least where I'm coming from in terms of this does nothing for me.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Because like now you're still gonna have to leave. So I mean, can they pull again? Their starting 5, I believe, is enough where they'll still be able to be a top 3 seed and they could get them to the Eastern Conference Finals.
But there's 2 things that's always a factor though. Foul trouble, injuries is always a factor.
Which is crazy because
when you don't have a deep bench, it's always a factor.
Which is true because again, you're getting Damian Lillard, who the past couple years has been injured. He's been plagued with injuries. Chris Middleton has been plagued with injuries. Giannis isn't always the healthiest guy too. So now your big 3, there's a common theme with them, injuries. So that's kind of why, for me, I feel like this move was kind of like a horizontal step. It didn't make them worse. Mm-hmm. And if they made them better, it was by a little bit. I don't think it's as big of a deal as everyone else is making it out to be.
That's right. We have to see if it's possibly like at the end of training camp or probably in the middle of preseason who all get released. Probably someone that they can snatch up, someone who can give them about 10, 12 minutes off the bench, some stuff like that. We have to see. But that would have been my main concern. I mean, they did what they had to do, to get Dame. I feel you on that. But I mean, I would be looking deep, man, to see who can help out, man, from off that bench, man. That would be a concern of mine, cause I mean, anybody can get hurt at any time, and you want to be able to make sure that you got someone. If you got Bobby Portis averaging about 15, you at least want someone who can come in and contribute, to bring in 8 to 10 points. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know between Giannis and Dame, they can explode at any moment. It's been many nights I'd be like, let me see what's going on in the league. And Giannis have 44 points and 21 rebounds and then like 6 blocks and 5 assists. And you're like, God, dog, I understand what's going on here. So, but we're gonna see, man. I think it's gonna step everybody up. I think Boston is like, okay, because see, Boston can still get Drew Holiday.
Yep. And honestly, that's a perfect segue to part 2 because when it comes to all of this stuff, so the Portland Trailblazers, they got DeAndre Ayton, Tamani Camara, Drew Holiday, and a couple picks. they immediately said, we're looking to move Drew Holiday.
That's right.
And if we can't move him, we're going to cut him. And they want to obviously send him to a contender. And I got 3 teams who could honestly really use Drew Holiday. And
okay.
Honestly, I think there's a bunch who could use him. I think there is a bunch. But I think these 3 should be front and center to get them. Well, 4, but I don't really count this here. I feel like this is a team.
Let's see what you got.
This is a team I don't count, but I kind of hope it happens because it'll be hilarious.
Okay.
If no one trades for him, they cut him, and then Drew Holiday just goes right back to Milwaukee. I feel like that would be the most hilarious thing in the world.
Oh, they're not allowed to do that.
You can't do that?
No, I can't do that. No.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, Bucks are out of it then.
Yeah.
I just thought that'd be hilarious. But there's a rule so that way you can't. They gotta do at least a full year, either with someone else or just not play before they could. I forgot. Yeah, because
Nah, you good. You good.
Yeah,
you good.
I forgot.
I would love for that to happen. That would be dope.
That would be hilarious. But so here's the first team, the Boston Celtics.
Of course.
I feel like we lost Marcus Smart, which sucks. But if we're replacing Marcus Smart with Drew Holiday, I am not losing no sleep. I feel like better shooting. I was about to say, I'm getting a Marcus Smart with better shot selection. I'm good with that. And on top of that, it's another veteran, a respected veteran who can galvanize the guys whenever things are getting a little rocky. So I'm good with that. So Boston,
I love Smart about that with Drew, since Drew has actually ran a team before. You know what I'm saying? That helps out too, you know. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, better
and speaking of teams that Drew used to run, I think him reuniting in Philly, I think that can also be beneficial because he can help Tyrese Maxey. You see what I'm saying? Like, he'll help Tyrese Maxey. Now James Harden can just worry solely about being a point guard.
No. Bump James Harden. We'll just get James Harden out there for anything. Like we can get us like 2 bench players. We get us 2 bench players.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. If they do get Drew Holiday, I feel like they'll still try to make it work with James Harden, but the pressure to get this massive haul for him goes away. Just like you're saying,
yeah.
But what I'm saying, and now goes to what you're saying. Now you're like, all right, we'll give him. You give us, a matter of fact, we'll send him to Washington. We don't even need to start. Just give us, give us Kyle Kuzma and what's Buddy's name?
Come on, not Jordan Poole.
I don't know if Washington will give up Jordan Poole. You see what I'm saying?
No, the other guy who plays small forward on the one that picked. Yeah, him. Okay,
that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. You see what I'm saying? So now you got 2 big guys you can put on the court that you can fluctuate between the 3 and the 5 if you want to play small. Now you can give Joel Embiid more rest. So I feel like them getting Drew Holiday, that's taking a lot of pressure off of, man, we got to get a big haul for James Harden. Man, we got to get a superstar. Now you got to worry about that. Exactly. Yeah, of course, you're not going to get that. But obviously now they don't have to trick themselves into that. Now they could just be like, all right, bet, just give us a couple guys and we solid and we good and we'll live with the fight.
May sound crazy, Nip. May sound crazy, but I might holler at Charlotte about what you want to do about Gordon and about Scary Terry.
See that right there? You'll get Gordon, Scary Terry, put that on this team.
I'm saying we got options. We ain't got to go for the gusto. We ain't got to go for the. Hey man,
that's what I'm saying. Now you got opportunities.
Hey, now some of the best sandwiches that I ever had was just mayo, mustard, and turkey. Some of the best.
That's it. It was moist. It was delicious. A little bit of spice, nice some sweetness, and we good. We good. You feel me? But they do that. They're looking great. And then the third team. Now this one, I want it, but only because it'll make the West a little more interesting. Right now, if I ask you you name me what teams you think will be in the finals from the West, what teams you think they would be?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I love the Lakers.
Okay. Is there any other team outside of the Lakers you think has a legitimate chance? Not like, maybe like a legitimate chance that you think.
I gotta see what Denver gonna do, man. I gotta
Okay.
see. But as of right now, for people that are rosters that I know clear straight up, I like, man.
You like the Lakers?
I love the Lakers a lot, man.
Let me ask you this: Drew Holiday on the Clippers don't change your mind?
A lot. Then I take them. They're nothing but a player away.
That's not and the type of player they need is Drew Holiday.
Listen, I don't know what they have to give up. I give them 2 first-round picks. I'm not giving you no.
They don't have it. They don't have first-round picks.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, they it's like what 20. Well, I mean, if they don't really want to, but I mean, I think it's like 2029, 2020. I think it's like 2029, 2030 is when they got even a first-round pick, and it's a late first-round pick type of joint.
Fine, hey, because see, it's either they can see. Only thing Portland want to do is collect picks. That's all they want to do. I mean, they ain't because they already got their team intact already. You know what I'm saying? They whole team young. They ain't trying to take Westbrook and nothing like that. And Clippers ain't gonna give up Westbrook anyway.
I mean, but here, I mean, would you give up some of the youth that's on your team though?
What you gonna give up? Clippers ain't really got too much.
Hear me out now.
Go ahead.
Bones Highland.
They can have Bones.
I feel like if you put Bones and maybe what's that other kid name? His last name is Boston. Brandon Boston.
Oh yeah, him.
I feel like if you do those two, then maybe a pick. I feel like they'll take it because they're young. Yeah. They're two youngsters.
Hey, you got me hyped. You got me hyped.
See what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's a possibility now. You feel me?
You got me hyped. I like it.
I'm gonna keep it a bean, man. I was thinking about it, and the first team that came, everyone is talking about the Celtics. They talk about Philly. They're thinking Miami. All this stuff. The first team that came in my mind, I was like, if there's a team that really needs him and can actually put them over the edge to like actually be something, I thought the Clippers immediately. I'm like, if you could put him on the Clippers, you got a dog. You got a leader, because no one gonna listen to Paul George. And Kawhi Leonard don't care about leading. So they got a legitimate leader. Man's got credibility. He's got a ring and has been considered one of the best defensive guards in the last 5 years. And offensively, he ain't no slouch. Him on the Clippers, I think that would be something to see.
I would love that. Hey, man, matter of fact, if I work for the Clippers, I'll be on the phone right now. Like, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? What do you need? This is what we have to offer right here. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to give up Bones, but for the consistent shooting there, and everybody talking about, like, Holiday, his last couple of playoff performances, that can be fixed. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he was a third go-to, I'm saying, with the Bucks, you could basically say. You know what I'm saying? With the Clippers, he wouldn't even be third.
Man, he chilling.
They'd be chilling. You know what I'm saying? So like
they'll be like, yo, give us a little something here and there, and they'll be like, oh, that I can do easily, and we.
I love that. I love that Clippers. I want the Clippers to win so bad. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. When they play the Lakers this year, it's gonna be something to watch. We might have to do a live stream then, man. Well, that depends on what your work schedule is. But hey, man.
No, because I'll be able to probably do. Like if it's like a Friday night, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like if it's like a Friday night game, oh, for sure I can do it. For sure I can do it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll work out well around it. We'll work it out. And then the last team that was involved, the Suns. So they got Grayson Allen from the Bucks, Keon Johnson, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic from the Blazers. Now, for me, this just told me something. Okay.
That the Suns were ignoring last year. Their problem last year and before this trade was they had no depth.
That's right.
They had zero depth, right? Now, they're kind of addressing the depth issue that they had last year. You got another guard in Grayson Allen who can give you some solid minutes to rest somebody, right? Like, so you're good with that. And then on top of that, obviously, you still got Bradley Beal. Obviously, you still got Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? But, like, for me, I do like them getting Nurkic. That's another big man they can use to protect the paint.
And he gonna bang for him. He really gonna bang for him. It ain't gonna be none
he
of that.
Will. My only concern
was that
is just he's injury prone. That's the only concern I have for him.
Yeah.
But that being said, if you look at them, they still got other guys that they could put there. Now the only issue right now I have with the Suns is that in terms of their roster, the only true center they have is Nurkic. Everybody else is more like a hybrid of we could put you at center, but you're really a forward. Like they got Nasir Little, matter of fact, came in that trade.
I like
He's
that.
a forward, but they could put him at the center type of thing. You see what I'm saying?
I can see the forward, depending on how. I mean, if you play on a team like Golden State, where Draymond gonna be at center, if he done, I can see that, but I can't see him.
That's
going
what I'm
up
saying.
again. Yeah,
but like for Minnesota, if you're playing Philly, if you're playing heck even Boston, now that they got Kristaps, if you're playing a team like that, that's gonna be a little. If the Lakers with AD.
I'm a Paul Reed fan for Philly, man. I just like Paul Reed, man. I don't know about that, but if Little can go, but he's a banger though. Little is a banger. He is a banger.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you're playing against a small team, if you're playing against a small team, you're fine. I think this goes back to they got some versatile guys. They got guys who can hold down the center position. Yeah, sure, they're not going to be able to hold it on lock, but I think they'll be able to do just enough to make sure that all right, we're going to protect the paint as best as we can.
That's
so
right.
You can earn your 2 points, but notice, earn. We're not giving it to you. You go earn it. We're going to jump at you every single time. I see a lot of JaVale McGee's in terms of the center position with these cats. And what I mean by JaVale McGee, I don't mean JaVale McGee when he was with Washington, he was a bum. I'm talking about how you kind of saw him in his later years with Golden State and the Lakers, where he was a straight hustle guy. Yeah, you dunked on me last play, but I'm still jumping with you this play. And next play, I'm going to be there with you too. And it, like the straight hustle. That's what I see with the Suns team.
Yeah. 27-7 on the score, Nell.
Is that what?
It's 27-7 on the score.
And we're not talking about that right now. That was the first topic. We listen, we scored, so we 5-0.
I'm just updating you, man. I just updating you.
No, we scored. We 5-0. We scored. That's all I care about. We scored.
Yeah, we did.
We scored. You feel me? I'm treating this as I did the Oregon game. We scored, so we won. That's it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah.
We scored. Everyone said we get shut out, and we ain't get shut out. So do me a favor, yo. Leave us alone, bro. We out here living high on our win, bro.
Yeah, but
what a time to be alive. Before we move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Now I just want to say about the Suns. I just want to see how they're gonna do it in it. I just want to see how their offense is going to run in the preseason. But another thing too, just in case if the Clippers can't get Drew Holiday, Cameron Payne is still out there. He's a free agent. You know, the Spurs had released him, so he's still a free agent.
No, you're right. You're right. Another viable. I don't like Cameron Payne. I hate him with a passion. You feel me?
But hey, look, he'll be back with Westbrook when they get to do their little thing before they go on the court.
Oh yeah, that little thing. Yep. Before we move on, obviously we got the NFL predictions. Yuki had a very interesting question. Which team that's winless in the NFL? Which one are you more shocked that
Minnesota.
they're winless?
Minnesota.
Yeah. I think Minnesota. And of all the winless teams, it's the Broncos, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Panthers. So those are the 4 winless teams in the NFL.
Minnesota. And I just want to say one thing, man.
Don't be disrespectful, please. I know what you're going to say, and it's going to hurt my feelings.
No, it's not. Now, be careful, man. I understand you live on the edge, man, with your picks and stuff. I get it, man. I'm just saying, be careful. Next year, you get to do it over. And when you do it over, just be careful, okay? Just be careful, man. That's all I'm saying. I thought about you. Hey,
Broncos country.
One of these days, hey, when we get a production team one day, and they just gonna be able to go back like 4 episodes. And how you...
Yo, listen. Let me defend myself on Russell Westbrook. Or not Russell Wilson. He's not been playing bad.
Oh boy. Ooh.
He's been playing better.
Oh man.
He has been. You know?
But he don't play defense though. Dang, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's playing better. But 70? Come on, man. What was I thinking? Man. I think I took a shot. I think that's what it was. I was drunk. I was
hey, after that score right now, I didn't feel too bad about my boys getting ran all over. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. After that, no one should feel bad about their loss. Nobody.
Hey, that's a Tentmore Bowl score. That's a Tentmore Bowl score.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Shit, that's one of them Madden games when everything just going right for you.
Yeah, you got on rookie mode. Like, this joint crazy, dog.
Oh, man. Lord. I see it again. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, I got that one on my picks. I put $20 down on 5 games, so.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, we're talking about $300 if everything go right.
Oh, Lord. We got week 4. God, I would never look myself in the same again. So I don't know. I think you might know this. The 2 games that are in London, those are tomorrow. So
okay.
I lied. There's one game. I lied. But it starts at 9:30. It is the Falcons and Jaguars. So we literally gonna have football all day. Literally.
I'm disappointed in Jacksonville. I don't want to pick them for nothing.
See, I'm the same way, but then it's the Falcons.
Yeah, but I only want to pick them for best skyline in the USA. I only want to pick them for that. For nothing. That cost me money.
You let down, huh? Nah, you right, down. They let me down. They've been. Listen, if they do not win their division, it's an embarrassment. End of story. No debate. I don't care about nothing. Without a shadow of a doubt, if they do not win the division, they need a. It is unfortunate, bro. But I won't look at them the same. Who you got? Jags or Falcons?
I'm taking the Falcons, man. And I don't even care who wins, but I'm just taking. I just don't want to take that.
I don't care. It's like just for that, I'm literally sleeping in just to miss this game, so I know for a fact I won't catch it. Lord, I'm gonna go Jacksonville. They can't lose this one. Not in London. In London, they play phenomenal. If they lose in London, bro,
yeah,
then I'm turning this right now, and I this is real life. I'm being recorded. And matter of fact, I gotta do this. If Jacksonville loses, I will never pick them again to win. End of story.
Yeah, man.
End of story. End of story. I will never pick them to win again.
I never thought they were gonna start off like this. This is just Houston. The way Houston did them last week is like Houston was already in their second year of what they got going on right now in their first year. That's how they look. Houston could build off that, man, because they got hey man, under the radar squad. But go ahead on that. I'm sorry.
God, now you good. It's just so unfortunate, man.
It cost me money last week, man. Badly, man.
I believe it, man. Next game, Rams at Colts. Who you got?
Is Richardson playing?
I want to say yes, but let me double check. Because I think it was he the one with the concussion?
Yeah. I think I seen him as doubtful or something.
Yeah, like he was one with the concussion. So yes, he only misses a week. So yeah, he'll.
I'm gonna go with the Rams, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm going Rams. I like what I'm seeing from the Rams this year. I really do. I thought the Rams were kind of gonna gonna struggle and all that stuff. They played an ugly game last week against the Bengals. That was hideous. But other than that, they've looked pretty respectable. They've looked pretty nice. You know what I mean? So I got the Rams over the Colts. Next game, Ravens, Browns. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Browns. I think that the Browns are at home, so I'm gonna take the Browns because I think the Browns have played more. Well, last week they looked better offensively than the Ravens did. I think the Ravens still working out some stuff. It's still looking like the same old stuff to me. I was told, yeah, the offense is going to be more open passing and this and that and this. And I understand that guys only practice together. They haven't played in the preseason games. I just like what I seen out of Deshaun. Deshaun looked like Houston on Deshaun last week. And the best pass rush in the game, everybody know his name, Myles Garrett,
Miles
had
Garrett.
3.5 sets last week. I got him for 2.5 this week, man.
Oh, I love it. I love that one. I got the Browns. I think Kareem Hunt is going to be a little more integrated into it. You know what I mean? They're letting him get his feet wet, all that stuff. And yeah, like I said, but for the Ravens, man, they plateaued, bro, and they're not going to get better until they can throw the ball. Lamar Jackson will not throw the ball worth a lick. He's scared because he understands he can't do it consistently enough. And hey, let him do the same thing. Go ahead, win 10, 11 games, losing the wild card, and just clap yourselves to another year of mediocrity. I said this was going to happen. Everyone got mad at me for happening. Now that it's happening, no one wants to give me my credit. So I'm patting myself on the back because no one else will. No one else will. No one else will. The next game, this one I think is going to be very interesting, believe it or not. Vikings at Panthers. The reason why I say that, this Panthers team looks different with Andy Dalton leading. I understand that they lost to Seattle last week, but man, there were moments where it just felt like the Panthers were a little in control, even when they were down.
They look good.
I got the Vikings, but the Panthers are going to make it a very hard game to win. I'm telling you that right now.
I got the Vikings too. Panthers at home. I don't care for that new field turf they have. I think that's BS. I miss the grass from them. I like the defense, but I don't. I mean, I'm gonna take the Vikings, but that's another game that I'm just really not surprised if Andy Dalton go out there and throw for 289 and 2-3 tubs, and the defense get a key stop that wins Carolina game. But I think Jefferson gonna have 200 plus receiving yards this week. 2 touchdowns.
Okay. The next game, Bengals at Titans. I got the Bengals. The Bengals have been very, very disappointing so far. The one game where they looked very good was, I think, week 2 against the Ravens when they dropped 24, but they lost. Like I said, last week's game, Ravens and Bengals, was a very ugly, sloppy, disgusting game. Bengals won it. I think this is the week where everybody, top to bottom, because Joe Burrow is a bottom 10 quarterback in terms of QBR. I think this is the moment they all get it together. They all snap out of it. They shake off the rust. And I think this is where we start seeing the Bengals team that we saw last year.
I like that theory right there too. I think the Bengals are really. I like the pass rush that came alive last week. Now, I don't know if that's because they're just that good or the Rams are just that bad. But I'm gonna take it as them being that good. I like both of their defensive ends. I think that Chase had a nice little small coming out party, and I think they're gonna build off that. I think they know that they're limited with Burrow going through what he's going through with his calf. And they're just gonna play around that. They're gonna play around the strengths of what they're able to do. So I got the Bengals. Yeah.
All right. The next game, the Buccaneers at the Saints. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but Derek Carr was he was carted off with last week. It was a shoulder injury.
Yeah, shoulder injury. Yeah, I seen that.
And he is a game time decision. So we will not know whether or not Derek Carr was played probably an hour before the game starts.
Yeah.
I made my pick with the idea that Derek Carr is missing the game and Jameis Winston is starting. I got the Saints blowing out the Buccaneers.
I got the Saints to win it, man, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't think I would tell the Saints to do put Icy Hot on top of Icy Hot on top of Icy Hot and hope that he's able to play. Shot on top of shot, whatever it's gonna take. But
you're like, yo, figure it out. You're like, figure it out. You gotta do something.
Yeah, Jameson came in. Now the trip part is me personally when it was at 17-0, I thought the game was over. So I think I
Same.
took me a nap. I took me a nap, and I woke up seeing they lost. I was like, "What the world?" And I found which I had already seen that. I didn't know that. You remember? I didn't know that Jameson was on the team.
Yep.
I didn't even know. So when I found
Yep.
out that he was quarterbacking and they lost the lead, I was like, "Dang man, what the world?" But I mean, I like Jameson, man, and they're gonna be at home, so I'm gonna ride with them.
Oh Lord. The next game, this was gonna be a banger. If there's 1 o'clock game you need to watch, it's this one. Dolphins at Buffalo. I got
Dolphins,
the
man.
you got Dolphins. I got the
Dolphins.
Bills. I got the Bills. This one, this is the first time ever because I've been doing these picks for a couple years now. This is the first time I actually had to flip a coin.
Yeah.
I was so indecisive that I literally flipped a coin and was like, heads, Bills, tails, Dolphins. Boop, and it landed on heads. Swear to God. That's the reason why I'm picking them. Like this right here, I will be shocked if this is a blowout. I think it's probably a field goal type thing, like a last minute field goal.
I like Miami to win just because last week was nice. Last week was nice, but now it's time to put up a shutout. Now it's really time to show that you can go on the road and do this. Now it's really time to show that you can be consistent. Like this is not a fluke. You know what I'm saying? I don't want last week to look like a fluke because really everybody keep talking about how my Cowboys ain't played anybody. Truthfully, who has Miami played or substance? You know what I'm saying? Like who have they really played? You know what I'm saying? Who has San Francisco really played? You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is the time to show we are here. And not only we're here to take the division. And not only are we here to take the division, we're here to get home for the advantage. We want this thing going through Miami. That's the attitude that needs to be taking place for this game. If not,
Miami played the Chargers and the Patriots, which are both solid teams. And then obviously the Broncos was boo-boo. So I'll give you that.
The Chargers solid? They're solid like that?
Yeah, the Chargers are a solid team.
I'm gonna find out in a couple weeks with my boys, man.
Yeah, they're a solid team.
You think so?
The only issue I have with them is head coach. That's the only issue I have with the Chargers. It's Brandon Staley. If anybody else was a coach, a lot of people will be taking the Chargers way more seriously. But Brandon Staley,
I'm gonna say this because I gotta be at the door about 1:55. Check this out. So when you say solid, is it levels in solid, like low level, medium?
So I think so. Here's how I look at it. I think there's two solid phrases. I think when you're solid, there's two of them. So there's like solid, like low solid, where you're all right. You're not bad. You're not bad enough for me to call you bad. Yeah. So I'll call you solid just because. Then there's the upper echelon of solid, where you're a piece away, like a piece or two away from being looked at as better type of joy. And that's where I put the Chargers. Like I said, you give them a different head coach, we got a different conversation. But I know you said we got to be out, so we'll rapid fire the rest of these. Broncos at Bears.
Damn.
Yeah, I got the Broncos. You got no choice.
Bears.
Bet. Next one. Commanders at Eagles. I think we both agree on this one.
I got Eagles on that.
Yeah, we both agree right there. Steelers at Texans.
I got the Texans.
Same. After last week, I'm liking it. I'm liking Houston right now. Raiders at Chargers.
Chargers.
Same. I got Chargers too. Niners or Cardinals at Niners.
Niners.
I got Niners, so I hesitated because what I saw from last week, but I'm gonna go Niners. Patriots at Dallas.
I got Dallas, man, and that's just because that's my religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Mac Jones will tear y'all up. It's all good. Chiefs at Jets.
Chiefs.
Easily. And then the Monday night game, Seahawks at Giants.
Seahawks all day. Gino gonna throw for 250. So they're gonna establish a running game, so he'll throw for 250. Yeah, he's gonna throw 250. Easy.
For sure, 110%. I know you got to get up out of here. So you got any final words before we dip?
Man, I'm just like I said, as always, man, for everyone tuning in. Appreciate it. Appreciate being a part of the show. I appreciate being a part of the show as well. You know what I'm saying? Put up the net. And we're gonna see what's gonna take place today with these scores and a lot of big games. Check them out, and we're gonna keep it pushing, man. What we in week 5?
Week 4. This is week 4 right here.
Week 4. Okay, week 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Week 5 in college, though, right?
You said what?
We're in week 5 in college. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. College is week 5. Here's week 4. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Word. Yeah. That's about it for me, man.
And no, however, I do want to live stream the championship game. So the NFC, AFC championship game and the Super Bowl. So I'm not doing next week, but I definitely do want to do those high profile games.
Yeah, do that for sure. Yeah, all day.
That joint will be fun. So, but I appreciate you being here. Always fun. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Like I said, your only flaw is you're a Dallas fan, but we'll work on that. You feel me? One day we'll overcome that.
I got 2 flaws too.
What's your second flaw?
Jordan is the greatest. Jordan.
The fact that people are saying, "Oh yeah, when you're Finals MVP, you are now the best player on the planet," to me, that makes no sense whatsoever. I don't care if it's a week 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? LeBron James. That's who y'all gotta start appreciating, and you gotta stop disrespecting this man.